What's up, gang? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Janique. Thank you so much for tuning into another video if you are a returning subscriber. If you are new here, I ask that you lock into my channel by clicking on that subscribe button and also by clicking on the notification bell. That way you never miss an episode of anything that I do here. If you are a new subscriber, welcome to the gang, okay? Welcome to the gang. Today, I'm excited about our video. We're going to be talking about the top 7 signs of a dysfunctional relationship. So if you're interested in hearing more about that, make sure you stick around to the end of the video. Let's go ahead and hop into it.
I look like money, grab the camera, I'll say cheese. What am I supposed to do? When my life look like my pictures do. What? He still ain't posted you. Come let me show you what you supposed to do. Go, bounce up on that dude. Go show these niggas they can't F with you. Look what you made me do. I gotta show you how real I'm move. I've been loyal to myself. I don't need nobody else.
So let's go ahead and get into our topic. Now, I recently had a conversation with a friend who told me, no shade, Janique, but I would never call you if I needed relationship advice. And I understand, some people don't take advice from single people because they are afraid that they're going to end up in the same position that the single person is in, which is single, right? But they're not understanding the deeper meaning behind being single and truly waiting for the right person. But that's really a common misconception. I honestly think some single people are some of the best people to take relationship advice from because they could tell you what not to do. What not to do. If you're so afraid to hear the truth because you're afraid that it's going to end in you being single and waiting for the right person, then you're afraid of the wrong thing. The only thing that we should be fearing is God, but I want to go ahead and run down these signs for you. That way you can see what type of relationship that you're thriving in or that you're just surviving in, okay? Now, the number 7 sign of a dysfunctional relationship is going to be miscommunication or lack thereof. So I mean, like, no calls, no texts. You guys are never on the same page. You don't know where they're going. They don't know where you're going. You don't know what they're doing today. They don't know what you're doing today. And the most important thing when it comes to this miscommunication is you don't know if you're even in a relationship or not, right? You guys are not effectively communicating with each other. So you don't know if you're on the same page, headed in the same direction, on the same street, in the same book, or things like that. Now, we hear this a lot in today's society because sometimes you hear men saying they're not in a relationship, that they're single, and you hear the woman that they're actually seeing saying that they are in a relationship. So that miscommunication that's happening between them is a sign of a dysfunctional relationship. I'm a firm believer that a successful relationship does require effective communication. And although I'm not in a relationship right now, this is something that I'm seeking from a future partner. If I'm not able to completely express my feelings to you, what I'm going through in other areas of my life, or just communicate with you in general and effectively get a response from you, then I know that we won't be able to coexist ultimately, because a lot of relationships fail for lack of effective communication. Now, also when it comes to communication, I like to set those ground rules when I first start seeing someone. That way they know what I require when it comes to communication, so there's no miscommunication about it, okay? So I like for my partner to call me as soon as they wake up. Now, if I'm up before you, I might shoot you a text because I'm considerate and I don't like waking another person up, because I don't like to be woken up, you know what I'm saying? So you can always shoot them a text if you're up first, but I'm really big on a person reaching out to you first thing in the morning. Start your day off with your partner. If you're not doing that, then that means you're the last thing on their mind. I like people who wake up with me fresh on the brain. That tells me you dreamed about me. Like, dang, babe, you been thinking about me? I'm talking about morning breath and everything, giving me a call to letting me know, like, you're up, you're about to start doing this, you got this outline for today. That's effective communication. So even if you don't talk to a person all day because they're busy, at least they communicated with you beforehand to let you know exactly what's going on, so there are no surprises throughout the day. There are no hurt feelings. You don't have a reason to be in your feelings or nothing because this person effectively communicated with you. I also require a person to call me before they go to bed. So before you go to bed, can we have a conversation together? Because if you're not going to bed on the phone with me, then you're going to bed on the phone with someone else. Let's keep it 100. Like, come on, it's 2023. You talking to somebody, okay? I am really big on people calling when they say they're going to call. So if you say you're going to call me at 7 and you call me at 7:05, that's a lie. The lie detector test determined that was a lie. Okay, so you lied. Okay, and that's a nick against your record. Okay, that's a strike against you. Okay, and these things may seem so minute to other people, but that's because your standards are low when it comes to communication. Okay, I do not play that. If you say you're gonna call me at a certain time, call me. If you say you're gonna call me back, call me back. If you say you're gonna text me, text me. Like, this is what I expect because you said it. That's communicating. So why would you communicate that if you weren't planning on doing it? That's my thing, right? So listen to me. And especially when people get off the phone with you and they say they're gonna call you back and they don't call you back, and then when you talk to them, they like the phone work both ways. Like, when does it work both ways? When you said you're gonna call me back, you gotta hold people to their word. That's all you really have is their words and their actions anyway to go off of. So now we're gonna head into the number 6 sign, which is actually going to be no consistency. So if the relationship that you're in lacks consistency, one day you're on, one day you're off, one day they're into you, the next day they're into someone else, one day they want to make peace with you, the other day they want to be at war with you. It's like, where is the consistency? How do you get used to a person if they are inconsistent in your life? If they show up as an inconsistent person, that lets you know their character and also their motives with you. A person who wants to be with you and ultimately sees themselves building a future with you is going to be consistent. They want to be there every single day, every moment almost, really. Now, of course, we need our space to create healthy relationships, but at the same time, you want to make sure that your partner is a consistent one. If they're inconsistent, 9 times out of 10, they're unreliable as well. If you cannot rely on the person that you're sleeping with, why are you sleeping with them? Okay. So get on the same page with the person that you're with, okay, first of all, and then that will create some type of consistency. Now, when it comes to consistency, you want to kind of create a routine with your partner. Like, do y'all have frequent date nights? Do y'all have a special night of the week that y'all get together and just enjoy each other? Do y'all have those check-in nights where y'all check in with each other to make sure the relationship is going the way that you want it to go? Or check in to see if your partner requires anything additional from you. You want to create that consistent pattern so you guys know what to expect on a week-to-week basis, because, you know, things can change. People wake up with different feelings every day. So you need some consistency. If you're not experiencing consistency in your relationship, then that means that person is waking up with a different feeling. I don't know about you, but the foundation that I'm looking to build with someone is going to require stability. So if you can't be consistent, next. Now, this is going to lead me into the 5th sign of a dysfunctional relationship. Now, the 5th sign of a dysfunctional relationship is going to be a lack of respect. Do you curse your partner out the first chance you get? Does your partner curse you out? Does your partner degrade you? Does your partner insult you? Does your partner act like they're joking after they come for your insecurity? Does your partner call you out your name? Does your partner literally make moves that shows you that they don't respect you? Have they spit in your face? Do they throw drinks on you? I mean, you'd be surprised the kind of things I've seen in relationships, but ultimately, is there respect between you two? If your relationship is lacking respect, which is a basic foundation of just, you know, a relationship in general, then that is a big sign that you're in a dysfunctional relationship. And we all know what respect is, because respect makes us feel good. We feel good when we're respected. When we're not respected, then it could cause us to feel bad. So I'm going to use an example. Like, recently, I was talking to a guy who really, he rubbed me the complete wrong way. And I asked him to give me some space so I can, you know, think about what I wanted to do with this relationship and if I even wanted to move forward. And instead of allowing me that time to sit right there and think and respecting my boundary, the guy proceeded to keep calling and texting. It's like, I can't be with someone who doesn't simply respect my boundary, okay? Respect is a boundary, okay? That's period, point blank. Is somebody going to do something to offend you? If you're with somebody like that, you don't want to be with them, okay? Does your partner abuse you? Does your partner physically abuse you, mentally, spiritually, emotionally? Is there any abuse in that relationship? If there is, that means your relationship is lacking respect, and you want to kind of reevaluate that, okay? I know for me, I'm really big on respect, so I'm going to give it first and foremost. But when I stop getting it from you, that's when, you know, my respect meter is going to go ahead and dial down, okay? Period, point blank. At the end of the day, if we don't show people who they really are, how would they really know who they are? These people, they need guidance. They need to see exactly the type of actions that they are performing. So tune into your partner. Does your partner respect you? If your partner respects you, great, y'all good to go. If your partner does not respect you, that's probably a big sign that you're in a dysfunctional relationship. So number 4 sign is going to be a lack of trust, okay? When you don't trust your partner, it can cause an imbalance inside of you and cause you to do a bunch of things that you would never, ever, ever, ever do. Now, a big sign that your partner cannot be trusted is that they're not even telling people that y'all are together. Like, they're not telling their friends, they're not telling their family. And I understand privacy, right? But are we looking for secrecy? No, I think those are two different words. So if your partner is not even letting people know that they are in a relationship with the likes of you, then they are probably not trustworthy. And if they're not doing that 9 times out of 10, then they're not allowing you to follow them on social media. If you and your partner are not following each other on social media, that signifies for me that there's a lack of trust in that relationship. Because if you guys trusted each other, why is it a problem to follow each other, to have each other's social media accounts? And I mean Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, I mean all kind of things. Now, me personally, I do not like my partner to have social media at all. Because ultimately, one day I want to get off. You know, I don't want to be on here for the rest of my life. So I can respect that. But when you have somebody who literally, they like, oh, nah, like, I'm not trying to let you follow me right now. We need to take it slow, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like, hold up. What you trying to hide? You trying to hide something? Because people trying to act like they don't hide nothing, and they do. They do. And that social media is going to tell it all, okay? You'd be surprised that, you know, some people don't even have access to their partner's cell phones. Like, I can understand not having a complete password, but if you don't even have your partner's number, you know that's a big sign that you can't trust them. One time, there was a girl I was working with, and she was dating a guy who wouldn't even give her his number. He would call her private. So the only time they could talk is when he called her. So clearly he could not be trusted. And we found out he was in a relationship. So we were right on the head with that. It's like, how much do you really know about the person? Do you even know where they live? Do you even know where they live? Do you know their last name? You know, some people will date somebody and not even know their full name, y'all. Not even know their full name, their birthday, their age. It's like, ask your partner some questions about you and quiz them and see if they really like you. Like, if they really like you, they have retained all this information about you. But if they don't like you, and you can't trust them, then they haven't gathered any information about you, and they will fail that quiz, okay? I promise you. So see if you can trust the person that you're with, okay? There's a list of things I could list out to tell you why you can't trust a person, but ultimately that's between you and them, okay? You know what they're doing. You know what you feel when they are acting a certain way. You know, so just follow that feeling. And vice versa, if your partner does not trust you. So if your partner is super insecure, your partner is calling you 24/7 to see where you're at. If your partner is sit right here making you turn on your location. If your partner, and I mean, some people in relationships like to share locations for safety reasons. That's completely fine. But when you don't trust somebody, yeah, you got that location on, you stalking them, you seeing where they at, where you going, you popping up. I done had people pop up on me at the grocery store, at all kind of places, just because I know they didn't trust me. Like, it's crazy. But if you don't trust somebody, it's 9 times out of 10, they don't trust themselves. You know, they're projecting on you, and it's coming out in actions towards you. They can't be trusted, okay? Say your partner comes around and they always put their phone face down. That's a big sign that you can't trust them. If they don't leave their phone around you, period, it's a big sign that you can't trust them, because people who can be trusted and people who are trustworthy are not going to just pick up your phone when somebody calls you and you know, somebody texts you. So they trust you to leave their phone around you because they know you're not going to do anything that they wouldn't do, right? But when they think that you know, when they're the type of person to take a look at your phone and stuff like that, you'll find them taking their phone with them to the bathroom and stuff, because if the roles were reversed and you left your phone out, they'd be checking your okay, period. So if you cannot trust the person you're with, huge sign that you're in a dysfunctional relationship. Now we're going to go ahead and move down to number 3. Number 3 is going to be there's no loyalty in your relationship. And what do I mean by being loyal? Janine, what you mean by being loyal? I mean, your partner is not a loyal one. Period. And I had to learn this the hard way. I remember one time I was dating a guy, and do you know, for my birthday, he was in the club with my enemy. And acting like it was some platonic stuff, right? I ended up checking his phone that night, and he was texting the girl, begging to suck her titties, y'all. I mean, descriptive text. I mean, really fantasizing about this. And she didn't even text back, which is even worse. Like, now you're looking thirsty. Why are you playing with my name like that? Like, why are you doing that? You know what I'm saying? So you got to watch out for people who are disloyal like that. If your partner will hang out with your enemies, cut them off. Get rid of them today. I want a partner who is so loyal. Like, anybody who talks against me, anybody who goes against me, anybody who ain't for me, they not for them. You get what I'm saying? Nobody want nobody who's teeter-tottering between, oh, I can rock with this person, Nobody wants a partner that's straddling the fence. And I remember having conversations with this guy all the time and letting him know how that made me feel, that he would still befriend people who were my enemies, who clearly expressed their dislike for me, and have them in his house. And I mean, it was a list of things he was doing to totally show me that he was disloyal. He had no loyalty to me. And this actually led to me checking his phone another night, and he was talking so much about me with these enemies, but still like begging me to be with him. So I just didn't understand that. So I tell you this, when somebody is rocking with your enemy, like, I don't know when a day is, you know, at first they really may be in the middle, but eventually there's going to be a time where they have to choose a side. If they are talking to your enemies and your enemies start talking about you, 9 times out of 10, they want to be comfortable with your enemy. They want your enemy to like them. So they're not going to go against what they're saying. They may kind of brush it off, but they won't take up for you if there's no loyalty in place in that relationship. Does your partner tell your business to other people? Do they confide in friends and family members about you? Exes. I mean, I've seen people talk to their exes about their current relationship. Like, who does that? Where is the loyalty? Right? You have to make sure you choose somebody who is loyal to you. And how do you see that a person is loyal? Right? You see it because every day that there's a test in your relationship, every single day your partner goes out into the world, you go out into the world, and y'all encounter all kind of people, and y'all get tested by the devil to see if you are loyal to your person or you're not loyal to your person. And I guarantee a disloyal person will slip up. So if your partner has been exhibiting any of these things I just listed, any signs of disloyalty, cut them off. You're in a dysfunctional relationship, okay? The number 2 sign that you're in a dysfunctional relationship is that there's no appreciation in your relationship. Your partner is not doing things just because. Your partner is not doing things to show you that they appreciate you, whether it's as simple as buying you flowers. And I know a lot of guys are like, man, I'm not buying no flowers, nothing like that. But flowers is like less than $20 at the store. Like, you can't go pick your girl up some roses just to show her that you appreciate her real quick. That's a small, simple gesture. You know, something as little as sending someone over a text. Something as little as calling someone and letting them know, like, hey, I appreciate you. You did this for me. You do this every day. This is something I like. Thank you for always replying to me or answering the phone when I call. It's something as little. You can express it verbally or through a gift, but does your partner show you that they appreciate you, or does your partner act like you come a dime a dozen? Does your partner show up for you on special days, like your birthday? Like the holidays that you guys may celebrate? Does your partner show up for you? Does your partner show you that they love that you're a part of their life? Or do they kind of give you their behind to kiss? I remember dating a guy, and every year he would not give me anything for my birthday, not take me anywhere, like literally do nothing on my birthday. And every year his birthday would roll around and I'd do something nice for him just to show him, like, I care, you know what I'm saying? So despite what you do, I still care, so I'm going to do this. And eventually when we broke up, we had a conversation about it, and he told me that he would not do anything for my birthday because he knew he didn't have to. And that hit me so hard, but that I learned my lesson then. Now I don't require anything less. Like, you have to show up and show out for me to show me that you appreciate that I'm a part of your life, or you're done. Okay, so that's a huge sign that you're in a dysfunctional relationship if your partner does not appreciate you. Now, the number 1 thing on our list is going to be no commitment. If your relationship lacks commitment, it's a huge sign that you're in a dysfunctional relationship. And I mean, have you guys found a way to merge each other's lives already? Because that's what relationships are all about. Have you guys discussed the future, or are you guys just living in the moment? Are you just a placeholder for your person while they're secretly out here waiting for the person that they really want to become available, waiting for the person that they really want to take them back, or waiting for another person to come along because they really don't see themselves with you long term? You have to be mindful of this. Is your partner committing to you? Are they asking you out to date exclusively? Are they calling you their girlfriend, their fiance, their wife, or whatever you are to them? Like, are they labeling you these things? Are they proud to be a part of your union? Are they talking about your union all the time? Are they prioritizing your union, or are you last on the list? I don't really have a problem with people committing to me. So I can't really talk about that too much, like how I feel to not be committed to, but you really know if your partner is committed to you when you hear them include you in their plans for the future. So do they use a lot of words like Do they use a lot of terms like we, or I can't wait till we have this in the future, or one day we're going to do this, or one day we'll be this, you know, just including you in their plans? Or is everything about them? Are they saying, man, I'm going to do this when I'm older, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that? Are you nowhere to be found in the future? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to pay attention to the verbiage that a person is using, and also have these clear, open conversations about the person you're seeing. Because if you want forever with the person and they don't want forever with you, why are you wasting your time in that dysfunctional relationship? You guys are not equally yoked. But a lot of people are afraid to ask questions in these relationships because they're afraid of the answer. I had a friend who was so upset because the guy she was dating would not ask her to be his girlfriend. She would be doing everything. She's cooking, cleaning, watching the dog, babysitting the dog, letting him drive her car. He had keys to her place. I mean, a list of other things, but he would not ask her to be his girlfriend. And that was something he was dangling like a carrot for her. Like, it was something like him asking her to be his girlfriend was almost like an incentive he kept waving in front of her. So she would keep doing what she's doing because she thinks she's working towards something, but he would never really ask her out. He would never say it to her or give her the satisfaction to hear that come from his lips. Because when you say that to someone, when you tell them, hey, I want to be in a relationship with you. Hey, I want you to be my girlfriend. Hey, will you marry me? When you do things like that, those are real commitments. And they know that it comes with a certain level of responsibility that a lot of people are not really willing to live up to right now. So pay attention in your relationship. Pay attention to the verbiage your partner is using. Pay attention to the path that they have outlined for you. Do you even trust your partner to lead you guys into a healthy marriage or a healthy union? Or are you just living for now? We have to get out of these dead end relationships. Like, people are so worried about being alone now that they're not worried about the future. You understand? You could sacrifice a relationship right now that is dysfunctional. That way you can get the functional relationship that you're looking for in the future, because you've worked on yourself and you've healed and you've taken time to know exactly what you want. That way you can recognize it when it comes in the door. So I hope you got something from my message today. If you did, make sure you check out some of my other messages, and I will see you in the next video. Janique here, Janique TV. Peace.